Olivia, when you first were told way back last November that you were going to be Britain's entrant in the Eurovision Song Contest, what was your reaction at that time?
Excitement, I think. I didn't believe it really because I was in Australia at the time, and they phoned me up in the middle of the night and said you're representing England in Eurovision, and I was in Australia and I felt very sort of disorientated. But I couldn't really believe it.
Now, does it matter to a performer that here you are representing not just yourself or the song or the music publisher, but the whole of Great Britain with all these people rooting for you? Does it make a difference to you as a performer?
It's a responsibility which I've been conscious of up till now. But when I actually go on stage, if I think about the 500 million people and representing Britain, I don't think I'll ever get on.
What about being the hometown girl? You know, here we are in breezy Brighton. Do you think it's an advantage to be on home territory or a disadvantage?
An advantage, definitely, because I know the orchestra and I know the people who are working the cameras and the sound people, so it's a much nicer atmosphere. I imagine if I was in another country, it'd be much more nerve-wracking.
The most dreadful moment of this whole business must be the waiting while the judges' verdicts come in.
Yeah.
What are you going to do at that? Are you going to watch the television or be on the stage listening to it coming in, or what?
I really don't know what I'll do. I don't know if there's anywhere to go. But I know Cliff last year disappeared for all the voting. He didn't come out till it was over. I won't say where he went, but I think I might follow in his footsteps.
Cliff's a good friend of yours. He's been in this business twice now. What was his advice to you?
He just said go out there and enjoy yourself, and that's what I'll try and do.
Do you think you're capable of doing that? Is it a thing that you can really enjoy?
I don't think you get the full benefit of the enjoyment if you're worried about everything, but I'll do my best to have that philosophy.
Now, this whole competition for the past number of years has been criticised. It's getting rather like the Miss World competition for people to knock it and say that the songs aren't good and this kind of thing. Do you share that to any degree at all, or do you reject it?
I don't know, if people love contests, I think that's why this sort of competition thrives. I mean, it's a song contest, it's not a pop contest. It's becoming more that way. There seems to be a great cross-section of different sorts of songs. There are ballads and there are pop songs and you don't sort of get the really, really contemporary pop music because that isn't what the general public like. And I think the contest sort of represents, or they're trying to find a song that represents what the average person likes.
Of the 6 that you did sing on the air that people were to judge, was the one that you liked just as much perhaps as the one you're singing?
Yes, a few of them actually. The ballad, I like singing ballads, and there were some beautiful ballads this year. In fact, the English public got very close to picking one this year. It's probably the closest they've ever got, so that's maybe a good sign for next year.
You have a nice commonsensical attitude to this. You're not as uptight as really, one would expect you to be at this stage of the proceedings. Are you by nature an optimist or a pessimist? Are you going to win, in other words?
I tend to be pessimistic in that I'd rather think, no, I'm not going to win, and be pleasantly surprised than to think, of course I'm going to win, and then be terribly shattered. So, no, I don't think I will. I'd love to, but there's a lot of good songs this year, and it's not going to be easy at all.
Today, you're quoted as second favourite with, I think, the Dutch song from Mouth and McNeil, The Favourite. Does that affect you at all? Do you listen to such things?
I think it's fun. I'd hope some people win some money on me. I don't want to lose any.